Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through a very quick update for Viticulture. For folks who watch my run-through series regularly, you know that I did a run-through for Viticulture a few months ago. Jen and I liked it quite a bit. It's a strategic game of winemaking. We had a couple of issues with it at the time, and so I thought I'd do a quick update to let you know that version 2.0 of the rules has come out, and it pretty much obliterates all the problems we had with the original game. It solves the board tightness issue, the overpowered cards, the kind of anticlimactic ending that could happen under certain circumstances. All those issues have been really cleaned up in a lot of really creative ways. I was very, very impressed. So I wanted to mention that as an update, but that's not the real update I wanted to talk about today, because there's something else viticulture related going on right now this week that is just uber cool. So I just wanted to talk to you about it a little bit in case you might have missed it otherwise. The designer of Viticulture, Jamie Stegmeyer, really nice guy, very active in the community. Turns out he had a bunch of excess pieces, enough in fact, after his first print run, to make 13 more copies of the game. Now the game itself is out of print. He had a very successful Kickstarter run, and it's sold out everywhere. Apparently you'll be able to get it on Kickstarter again in early 2014 if you want to wait for it. But in the meantime, there's this cool thing that's come up. Jamie had enough pieces left over to make 13 copies, but he had no boxes. So who wants to copy the game without a box? And he was talking to his uncle, who is a carpenter, and apparently they came up with this plan. His uncle is actually making beautiful hand-carved bespoke wooden boxes to put these 13 copies of the game in. And so they were talking about what are they going to do with them. And originally they thought they would just do a really super limited edition deluxe version of the game, which is probably what most publishers would do. I mean, you see these every once in a while, these really cool wooden box versions you put up on the shelf. But then they had a really brilliant idea. Rather than just sell these, they put these 13 new limited edition, super deluxe editions of Viticulture up for auction. And now the link for this auction is on screen right there, I think. And I'll just leave it up there. There it is. It's is.good/viticulture auction, or is.gd/viticulture auction. And so you can go to that page. Like I said, all 13 of these are in 13 individual auctions. But here's the cool part. The proceeds for these auctions, or a sizable portion of the proceeds for these auctions, are going to go to 13 individual charities, one for each copy of the game. Now, what charities, might you ask? Well, that's where I come in. I'm a part of this story too, which is very cool. What Jamie did is he reached out to the board game blogger community and got 13 of us on board to kind of sponsor each of these games. And we were the ones who actually got to nominate what charity the given auction for our game would go to. So me, I'm actually at the bottom of the list. I'm lucky number 13. I'm auction number 13, and our auction, the proceeds will be going to a charitable organization that Jen and we've been donating to for I don't know how long.
About 20 years?
Apparently about 20 years. Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I have no idea what happens with our money. I have no idea what this woman does with it. So like when we were in college, were we donating to him? Wait, no, I'm 40. Geez, I had no idea. Okay, so we've been donating to Heifer for a lot longer than I thought. I thought we were only doing it when I made a lot of money, but apparently we were doing it. Anyway, no, sorry. Heifer International, or we just call it heifer.org, because that's their website, is a organization that specializes in donating livestock of all different types of livestock, not just heifers, not just cows. They're called heifer.org because they started out with cows, but they've since branched out into everything, sheep, chickens, goats, ducks. That's a special thing for me and Jen because she calls me Duck. Long story. Even what you were? Bees. They donate bees. I mean, and what's cool is they're actually very smart and targeted about introducing a new livestock, or whatever it might be, to a community based on what that community can actually sustain. If the community has grasslands, great, do a cow. And so they can produce a lot of dairy and whatnot. If they can't, if they've got the right situation, apparently bees.
Yep.
Bees, that's actually very, obviously I'm sure a lot of people know about the bee issue. There's a worldwide shortage of bees. What's it?
Well, they're having colony collapse syndrome.
Colony collapse syndrome. So heifer.org is helping with that. And basically when you make a donation to Heifer, you get to specify, I want bees donated out to the world. Because what happens is they take these, they take the donations that pays for livestock of all different types. They go out to impoverished, very, very poor communities, very, very poor families. And, the influx of these animals gives these families and these communities the opportunity to pull themselves up out of poverty. Because it's really kind of a 1-2 punch. First, it gives them, renewable food that they can eat, dairy products, honey, and all these different things that they can use it for, eggs and all that, so they can eat. But they can also take the excess and actually sell it and start to actually build an economic engine, if you will, an engine for success. And it doesn't just stop there. I mean, actually, anybody who receives one of these animals is bound, is contractually obligated. Once the animal has its first female offspring, they have to pay it forward and give that female offspring to another member in need in the community. And they don't just stop. They don't just drop the cow off one day. Okay, that's it, we're done, we're out of here. They actually stay involved with the communities and educate and teach them how to care for the animals, how to get the best production out of them, what to do with the product once they've got it. Just getting, if a hive of bees showed up here, we would have no idea what to do with it. But, they don't just donate the bees, they donate the seeds and whatnot. So the bees will, pollinate the plants. And then the plants in turn, you're talking about how, they teach them proper farming techniques. So they take the manure from the cows and use that to increase their overall crop. It's just absolutely amazing, this whole circle of life thing. Am I missing anything?
Oh, I just think it's a wonderful full circle.
On camera?
Nope, it's a full circle thing.
Okay.
And that's great.
Yes. There's gender stuff they do too.
Yes, they're very into gender trying to get rid of gender inequality, because a lot of times the women are the ones that are really poverty stricken, and so to create the support needed for women to pull themselves out of poverty and support their families and to create a better community. Yeah, cool. So anyway, we've been huge fans of heifer.org significantly longer than I thought we were. I had no particular idea about that. And so we're super, super stoked to be involved in this thing that Jamie has set up. So again, the link is up there on screen. Please go to that link, and if you can, bid on one of these beautiful limited edition copies of Viticulture while you can. This auction is going to be running for a week, and it's actually interesting. Here's another little twist. Jen and I, we would like Heifer to win. And by that I mean, when this whole thing is over and the 13 auctions shut down, we want the donation that we got for Heifer to be higher than any of the other charities. Don't get me wrong. All the charities are absolutely wonderful. They're all very deserving. They all do wonderful things, but ours is the best. Are you? Yeah, okay. I think Jen's look there just said it all. So what Jen and I were talking about this tonight, what we do, Jen has decided to donate a bit of her time to all this as well. So if the high bid for the lucky number 13, the Rahdo runs through copy of Viticulture, is the highest bid amongst all 12, which means Heifer will get a sizable portion. Thank you very much for that. Jen will actually make, for whoever that high bidder was, a bespoke piece of glass art. That's what my wife does. She's a glass artist. She's very successful. So she can make you a really nice piece of jewelry. She can make you a player piece. Really anything you want, to your specification, your color preferences and all that, and we will ship it to you free of charge anywhere in the world. So it's just a little bit of an incentive that we're hoping to get you guys to give till it hurts. Because we really want to see, because we're big fans of Heifer. Although, for the record, please, if you see one of the other donations, please follow your conscience. Donate to one of the other ones if that one's more important to you. But you want Rahdo Runs Through to win, don't you? I know you do. Why else would you be watching? I mean, so anyway, give it some thought, but check out the site. See what it's all about, and Jen and I, we just want to take a second to say thank you so much to Jamie. This is a great idea.
It's absolutely fantastic. Really, I mean, board gaming, giving back, making the world a better place. I mean, who thinks of that? I mean, it is absolutely incredible. Thanks to Jamie's uncle, who's made these beautiful boxes, just free of charge. Just donated his time, and by all means, whether you're gonna
bid on our Heifer stuff or one of the other ones, or whether you just go to the site just to give support, or you want to game the system a little bit. Come on, we're board gamers here, you know. This is an auction, right? Just drive the price up. Just, you know, and just make sure you do it at the right timing because you don't want to get stuck with the bill. But you know how this works. You played Power Grid. You know how it works. But anyway, it's just something to look at. We're super stoked about it. Couldn't be more excited. So much so that Jen has decided to appear on camera, one of her very, very rare appearances. She actually spoke this time, also even rarer than hen's teeth, my wife talking. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, the link is on screen, is.good/viticulture auction. Jen is out of here, as am I. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.